Hello everyone, I am Sammy, your devoted manga otaku, and welcome to my manga space. Today, I'm going to attempt something. I wrapped, or my husband wrapped, my entire manga haul, and I'm going to open it on camera. I actually got this idea from a YouTuber by the name of Jordaline Reads. You might have heard me mention her on my channel once or twice, but in her recent December TBR, she picked her TBR at random by unwrapping books, and it looked like so much fun. So I thought I would apply the idea to my manga haul. I'll link her video and the original video where she got her inspiration in the description. Now, I have a little bit of an idea of what these are, just because I know what I've ordered, but my husband actually wrapped these for me to keep as much of it as a surprise as possible. Will I be surprised? Somewhat. Is it odd to unbox your manga just to wrap it back up, just to unwrap it? Maybe. Will I be entertained? Absolutely. One last thing, I'm announcing my 1,000 sub giveaway at the end of this video, so if you're interested in entering, please stick around until the end. And with that, I invite you to grab a hot chocolate or other beverage of your choice, and let's unwrap some manga. So, I actually have more manga to unwrap than just these goodies. I have a couple that didn't fit in my little basket. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up those first, and then we'll get to these. So I think I'm going to open the biggest one first, just because I have a pretty good idea of what it is, because I didn't order anything else that would be this big. So let's see what we have here. Oh boy, the way this is wrapped, I can just see these falling out. Hold it like this. Whew. We have volumes 1 through 4 of the omnibus editions of The Flowers of Evil by Shuzo Oshimi. There's actually 11 volumes in the Flowers of Evil series, and I believe there are 3 volumes in each omnibus edition, except for the last volume, which only has 2. And these books are published by Vertical, and I believe they are rated 16+. Apparently, these were manufactured in Canada. I'm pretty sure that these are either rated mature or they're rated 16+, but I can't actually find a rating for them. It is cool that these are printed in Canada though, because I would have assumed they were printed in the US. You guys have no idea how excited I am to haul this series. Flowers of Evil is a psychological drama about a bookworm named Kasuga. And Kasuga is a little obsessed with his classmate Seiki. One day, when grabbing his books in the empty classroom, Kasuga sees Seiki's gym bag and impulsively steals it. Turns out that the classroom wasn't exactly empty, and the classmate that saw Kasuga steal the gym clothes is determined to blackmail him into doing whatever she wants. Now, this series won't be for everyone. It deals with a lot of dark themes, but I expect no less from Oshimi Sensei. I've only read Blood on the Tracks, so I'm very excited to read this. Plus, it has great reviews, and I think this series has even won awards. So we've got volume 1, We've got volume 2. And then we have number 3. And number 4. I love the back of this one. I cannot wait to read this. I believe this is Star-Crossed. Yes, volumes 2 and 3 of Star-Crossed. These are by Junko, which is the creator of Kiss Him Not Me, and they are published by Kodansha. Now, I believe these are rated, yes, so they're rated 16+. Star-Crossed follows a famous idol named Chika and his biggest fan, a high school girl named Azusa. Due to a tragic accident during a concert, both Chika and Azusa die, and they are sent to heaven. Fortunately, they are both given a second chance, but there's a little mishap. Their souls have returned in the wrong bodies. This series looks and sounds really cute. I haven't read too many body swapping manga, but this sounds like it's going to be hilarious. I like that it's rated 16+, which hopefully means we are going to get some spiciness and it's not like super innocent. I didn't realize this when I started buying these volumes, but this is actually a short series. I'm probably just going to wait until I pick up the last volume in January. I haven't really looked into any reviews, so I don't really have any expectations, but I think this is going to be a lot of fun, and I really, really, really like the art. Okay, I have one more before we get to the basket of goodies. So, let's see what she is. Oh, a classic. We have Volume 10 of Sweat and Soap by Kentetsu Yamada. This is definitely rated 16+, and it is published by Kodansha. I'm not going to talk about Sweat and Soap too much. I think most people in the manga community know what this is, but if this is somehow your first time hearing of this manga, all you need to know is that it's a seinen slice of life. Pumpkin, go eat your snacks. It's a seinen slice of life romance between two adults. It depicts a very healthy and realistic relationship and features a smell fetish. This series has consistently impressed me. I'm invested in the story and attached to the characters. This is the second last volume in this journey. It's always bittersweet seeing a manga you love coming to a close, but on the other hand, I want to see these characters get their happy ending. I'm really, really, really excited to read this. Okay, so now we are going to start opening this basket of manga presents. Question is, which one do I open first? This one is speaking to me for some reason. It was just like sticking out among the others. So let's see what we've got. Oh, I wonder why this is speaking to me. Okay, all right. We have Living Room Matsunaga-san, Volume 8. This is probably one of my favorite manga ever. So Living Room Matsunaga-san Volume 8 by Keiko Iwashita is published by Kodansha and is rated 16+. So I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I read this the moment I received it, and it did not disappoint. In fact, this is the best volume in the series so far. I'm in love. I could shout it from the heavens. If you've been following me and my channel, you probably know that I'm obsessed with this series. I rave about it whenever I get the chance. It's just one of the best age gap romances I've ever read, and not only is the writing phenomenal, the art is some of the best I've ever seen in manga. I cannot wait to gush about this volume in my manga wrap-up. And you guys have to look at the back. There's a little Christmas tree. How fitting is that? How fitting is that? You know, you just gotta hug your book sometimes. I'm not even sure if you guys can like see me holding the basket. Lift it up a little. Let's do a fatter one. Let's see what we have here. We have, let's see if I can remember how to pronounce this. Anile and Dewella. Anile and Dewella. Volumes 1 and 3. These are published by Yen Press, and I am not entirely sure what they are rated. They're rated older teen. This short episodic comedy is about an angel and a demon who are sort of frenemies. They're often butting heads and getting into little spats with each other. These spiritual beings are both very fashionable, and I really love their character designs. I think they look fabulous. Shirahama Sensei is an incredibly talented manga artist. These books look stunning and the covers are so pretty. The ratings for this series are kind of mixed, but I see a lot of people comparing Enile and Dewilla to Witch Hat Atelier, which is Shirahama Sensei's most popular work. That's why I plan on reading this before Witch Hat. I think some people were disappointed because they read Witch Hat Atelier first, so they expected a lot from this, and I want to try and avoid that. I'm not entirely sure when I'll get to this. It's not super high on my TBR, but I do think it's going to be a fun read. I really like the covers and the back covers. I feel like it's very chaotic, but in a beautiful way, if that makes sense. It's very random and sporadic. These ladies are just so fancy. Beautiful series. It's gonna be great. Okay, let's do one at random. Random is always fun. I mean, they're all random, but I'm not gonna look at them when I pick. I'm just gonna pick one. I know what it is, just from that little teensy weensy part of the cover. We have Volume 3 of Yakuza Lover. This is by Nozomi Nino, and this is published by Viz, and this is definitely mature, which is why it's wrapped in plastic. Yakuza Lover is a sort of guilty pleasure. It's a guilty pleasure josei series. For me, it follows a hot and steamy romance between a Yakuza boss and an average university student. Volumes 1 and 2 were entertaining, They were a little cringy at times, but overall it was a very fun and spicy manga. I have a huge crush on the main male character, Oya. I love how he treats Yuri like she's a queen. He adores her so much. Plus, I like that Yuri is a strong, feisty lady who's always voicing her opinion and calling out bullshit. I'm curious and a little nervous to see what happens next, just with how the last volume ended. Also, I really like the art. Mino Sensei draws beautiful eyes, but I'm not a huge fan of this cover. The characters' facial expressions just look a little strange to me. I hope that it continues to be funny and spicy. I could do with a little less cringiness, but it's still very good overall. I'm going to open this little snowflake one. We have Volume 3 of Golden Japanesque, A Splendid Yokohama Romance by Kaho Miyasaka. This is published by Yen Press. There's a bit of gouging on the back cover, which makes me sad. What is this rated? It's rated older teen, so 16 plus. There's a little bit of gouging. Oh no! The front is also gouged a bit. Well, that's sad. This historical romance takes place in the Meiji era of Japan and follows a 16-year-old girl named Maria. I believe one of Maria's parents is a foreigner, which is why she has blue eyes and blonde hair. But despite being really beautiful, Maria dislikes how different she looks. It isn't until she meets Rentaro, a boy who says she looks like a mermaid, that she's able to appreciate her unique features. I'm really excited to read this shoujo story. I think the art looks stunning and the covers are really beautiful. This is supposed to have Cinderella vibes, which I love. I adore when manga take inspiration from fairy tales, and I think I'm really going to enjoy this series. Okay. Finally! We have volumes 9, 10, and 11 of Love Me, Love Me Not by Ayosaki Saka. Now, these are rated 13 plus, I believe. They're rated teen, and they're published by Viz. This romance shoujo follows two girls, Yuna and Akari. These girls meet by chance one day, and although they are complete opposites, the girls quickly become good friends. Yuna is an idealist, while Akari is a realist, which causes both girls to have different and conflicting ideas about love. During this manga tale, we follow these unlikely friends as they develop new relationships, causing love and friendship to become quite complicated. This is my first Saki Saka Sensei manga series, but she has written and illustrated some very popular titles, including Strobe Edge and Aoharu Ride. I would love to collect both of those series someday, but they're either out of print or hard to find. So I decided to give her ongoing manga series a shot. I really love the art style. I think the characters look simple, charming, and well drawn. There are 12 volumes in the series, and I can't wait to binge this after I buy the final volume in January. Okay, let's do this one up front. There's so much wrapping paper on the floor right now. What is this? What are you? Oh! Okay. The back cover is just a cup, so I was very confused as to what this was. So we have volume 4 of Moroku-chan by Tomoki Izumi. This is rated older teen and is published by Young Press. This horror comedy follows Moroku-chan, an average girl with a not-so-average ability. She can see grotesque ghouls, and ghosts. Terrified, Moroku-chan decides the best way to deal with them is to ignore and pretend they don't exist, which is easier said than done. I've read the first 3 volumes. I read them back in August for the Spooky Smart Bitch Readathon, and I absolutely loved it. I remember worrying about this series in the beginning. The first volume is kind of fan servicey, but I hardly noticed anything in the second and third volumes. The third volume in particular was excellent. I really enjoyed watching Moroku-chan learn about her abilities and how to use them. I also loved how dark it was. I remember being really creeped out from the events in volume 3. It's very twisty. I'm very curious to see where the story is going. I have a lot of questions about the supernatural shenanigans going on, and I can't wait to see if we get some answers. Let's just see if there's like any spooky... Oh yeah! That looks fun. This looks great. Oh, the stuff of nightmares. What do we have here? Okay, I know what this is. This is Night of the Ice by Yayoi Ogawa, and these are published by Kodansha. Night of the Ice follows a career woman named Chatos and her childhood friend Kokoro, who is an internationally acclaimed figure skater. Secretly, Kokoro is a hopeless romantic otaku and depends on Chatos? I think it's Chatos, to recite a spell from his favorite magical girl anime before his competitions. However, how will Kokoro cope when his good luck charm is whisked away on a business trip during his biggest competition yet? One of my favorite manga of all time is Ogawa Sensei's Tramps Like Us, which can be seen right here. I know that my head is usually covering it, but that's the biggest reason why I decided to pick these up. I haven't seen really a lot of people talk about Night of the Ice, and it has mixed reviews, which is a little concerning, but I want to try it out regardless. I really love Ogawa Sensei's art style. Her style is so distinct and unique. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited about reading another Ogawa Sensei series. I collected Tramps Like Us over 14 years ago, so I'm very eager to read a new story from her. Okay, let's do this one because it's very thin. It's teeny tiny. I believe this is, I think Our Son is Gay, Volume 2 by Okura. This is published by Square Enix, and it's rated 13+. It's rated teen, actually. Is that 13+? This family-friendly comedy follows a stay-at-home mama named Tomiko, who takes care of both of her sons by herself while her husband works abroad. In the last volume, we were introduced to the characters and introduced to the idea that Tomiko's eldest son, Hiroki, might be gay. In this volume, Tomiko realizes that her son might have a little crush on his best friend and classmate Dago, and I guess we're going to see what happens with that. This is such a wholesome manga. I relate a lot to Mom Tomoko. I think that she's really supportive. I hope we get to see more of Hiroki's little brother. He's probably my favorite character. This is just a nice, feel-good manga, and I look forward to seeing what comes next. These are fairly short though. I don't know for sure, but I think that this started as a webcomic. Maybe not. I really like the art. It's so cute. I don't know why, but it reminds me of Pokemon. Okay, we only have... well, we have 8 left. That's actually quite a bit. Since we opened such a thin one, let's open a thick one. Yay! So this is volumes 3, 4, and 5 of Candy Color Paradox. This is by Isaku Natsumi. These are published by Sublime and are definitely rated mature. Candy Color Paradox is a yaoi manga about a reporter and a photographer who both work for a weekly magazine. These co-workers have different reporting methods and are constantly bickering and squabbling during their stakeouts, but the more the two work together, the closer they get. I'm so happy that I now have this whole series. Some volumes were very hard to find, particularly volume 3. I ended up paying $30 Canadian for this through Book Depository, but I don't regret it. When I hauled the first couple volumes on my channel, I had a few people reach out to me and say that they really enjoyed this series and they recommended I try to pick up the rest of the series. I haven't read much yaoi since starting this channel. I think the last yaoi I read was Dick Fight Island. So I am really looking forward to reading this. It's kind of weird that the wrapping paper company is like advertising themselves on the wrapping paper. I don't know if I like that. Like, I get why they're doing it, but it's a little strange. I don't want to see you advertise your company on my gifts. Okay, let's see what we have here. So, we have volume 13 of Queen's Quality, and this is by Kyosuke Motoni. This is rated 16 plus and is published by Viz. Yes. Okay, before we talk about anything, we just need to take a moment to appreciate this cover. It is so beautiful. It's stunning. The scythe, the sword, the outfits. This manga looks so cool. Queen's Quality is an ongoing supernatural series about sweepers, and sweepers have the capability to go into people's minds and clean the dark thoughts and evil spirits residing there. Afterwards, the sweepers help people in the mundane world by cleaning their homes. You know what they say, a clean space is a happy place. Ever since reading the prequel QQ Sweeper, I've been very keen to continue this story, and I'm happy to report that I have started this series. I'm actually buddy reading this with Jordaline Reads. It's my first time doing a buddy read, and it's been a lot of fun. I can't wait to share my thoughts on this series with you guys in my manga wrap-up. We have Volume 1 of DL Metamorphosis. I thought for sure I had 2 volumes of this to haul, but now I'm not sure. Where did I used to put these? Yeah, I'm missing volume 3. Uh-oh. Gonna have to check that. So BL Metamorphosis is by Kaori Surutani. It's published by 7 Seas, and I believe it's rated teen or 13 plus. This wholesome slice of life story follows a 75-year-old woman named Ichinoi who accidentally buys a BL manga. Intrigued and fascinated with what she finds inside, Ichinoi decides to buy the next volume at the bookstore. High school student and a bookstore employee, Urara? I don't know if I pronounced that properly, I apologize, but Urara offers to help Ichinoi explore the genre of manga, and together these two bond over their BL passion. I'm very intrigued by the synopsis of this series. It sounds like a refreshing and heartwarming story, and I like that one of the main characters is elderly. You don't see that very often in manga. Also, I like that BL Metamorphosis is a short series. There are only 5 volumes in total, and I was supposed to be done collecting this, but now I'm gonna have to double check where volume 3 is. I'm excited to dive into the story and explore this intergenerational friendship. Who knows, maybe it's in here somewhere. Is this the same size? Maybe this one? Maybe they just didn't get wrapped together. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh! I know what this is. Finally. Volume 7 of Blood on the Tracks by Shuzo Oshimi. This is published by Vertical and is definitely rated. Is it rated mature or is it just 16 plus? I'd imagine it's rated mature. Blood on the Tracks is a psychological horror following the relationship between a mother and her son. This manga is thrilling as much as it is mysterious, so the less I tell you, the better experience you'll have with this. Just know that this manga is phenomenal at making you feel uneasy and uncomfortable, and Oshimi Sensei is the king at drawing facial expressions. I highly recommend this series if you can stomach intense psychological horror and trauma. Just make sure you buy more than one, as this series is fast-paced and extremely addictive. It's like manga crack. I know what this is. This is Boy Meets Maria by Peyo. It's published by 7 Seas and is actually rated 17 plus, so older teen. I don't know much about Boy Meets Maria in terms of the storyline, and I've sort of kept myself in the dark on purpose. I've explained this before in other videos, but I think it's fun to go into manga blind sometimes. Picking up a book and reading it without any expectations allows it to hit you that much harder, and I love that. I actually pre-ordered this book after seeing the cover. I thought it looked so pretty, and the characters on the cover made me curious as to what this is about. I know I said I didn't know anything about this, but I'm pretty sure it's about a trans girl, but I could be wrong. Hopefully I can get to this soon. I've noticed that I've been slacking on reading my one-shot manga lately. Perhaps I'll do a poll and see what you guys would like me to review on my channel. Trying to figure out what to read sometimes can be overwhelming, and your input really narrows things down and helps me choose. I'm very excited to read this. Okay, so we only have 3 left. Let's do this one. This is volume 2 of Skip and Loafer by Masaki Takamatsu, and it's published by 7 Seas and is rated 13 plus. I don't know much about this series either. I know that it's about a country bumpkin that moves to Tokyo, and it's a slice of life rom-com, but that's about it. I haven't read the first volume yet, but when I hauled it, there were some people saying that they really enjoyed it, which is why I bought the second volume. I really like the covers. They are very charming, and I love the main character's facial expressions. I'm really looking forward to reading this. It sounds like the main character is going to have a comedic time adjusting to high school in the city, and overall this just looks and sounds adorable. I love the mixture of, like, the characters are glossy but the background is matte. I think that looks good. Let's do the big one. Let's see. We have volumes 2 and 3 of A School Frozen in Time, art by Naoshi Arakawa, and story by Mizuki Sujimura. And these are rated 16 plus, and they are dusty. Oh, they're published by Vertical. This is a horror mystery series about two classmates, Hiroshi and Mizuki, who find themselves trapped in an eerily empty school with 6 of their classmates. What's even stranger is that all the clocks have stopped at a specific moment in time, the exact time when a former classmate jumped off the school roof to their death 3 months earlier. This sounds like a very creepy and weird series. My manga collection is kind of lacking in the horror genre, so I'm excited to add another one to the shelves. The 4th and final volume is out by the time you're seeing this video, but I added it to a Right Stuff order that has some out of stock items, so who knows when I'll get it. I'm not in a huge rush to read this, and I'm assuming it's a very bingeable series, so I'm going to wait to check it out until I have all the volumes. Okay, so we only have one left, and I don't think it's volume 3 of BL Metamorphosis, so that's worrying. But what is it? Oh! I know what this is. We have the one-shot of The God's Lie by Kaori Ozaki. This is published by Vertical, and I think it's rated 16 plus. In fact, I'm almost positive it's rated 16 plus, but I don't see a rating anywhere. I don't know anything about The God's Lie. I'm not even sure what genre this is. I bought this manga because I saw a lot of people talking about it on Instagram, and I'm a sheep, so of course I bought it. Speaking of sheep, last month I read a different manga by Ozaki Sensei, and that was the short series The Golden Sheep. Now, I talked about it in my manga wrap-up. If you want to hear my thoughts on it, I'll leave a card on the screen and link in the description. But long story short, I did not enjoy that series. I'm hoping I like this story better. I'm a huge fan of Ozaki Sensei's art. I think it's amazing, and this book showcases that. It looks great. I'm going to keep myself in the dark though, and hopefully I enjoy this. I really do hope that I like it though. I love The Golden Sheep was this like texture as well. The paper is just kind of like rough feeling. I don't know, I really like it. And that, friends, is the end of my December haul video, which means it's time to announce that I'm hosting a giveaway to celebrate my channel reaching 1,000 subscribers. I really wanted to give back to you guys and show my thanks for all the support you've given to me on this manga journey. For this giveaway, there will be one lucky winner who will receive up to $25 Canadian to spend at Book Depository. This giveaway is international. As long as Book Depository ships to your country, you can enter. All you have to do to enter is number 1, be subscribed to my channel and like this video. Number 2, follow me on Instagram at my manga space. The link will be in the description below. And number 3, leave a comment letting me know which manga you are most excited for in 2022 and why. It could be a new series coming out, or perhaps you're excited for the next volume of a series you've been reading. The giveaway will be open as soon as this video goes live and will be closing this date at midnight. I'll be responding to the YouTube comment of the winner on this date, and I'll be asking the winner to DM me on Instagram. I will have all the rules and dates in the description, so make sure to check that out. Best of luck to everyone participating, and I can't wait to see what everyone's eager to read in 2022. It's going to be a lot of fun reading the comments. If you're interested in watching more videos from me, you can check out my end card where I'll have links to my most recent videos. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone supporting me. I hope you all have a manga-nificent Christmas, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!